Your CAT mock percentiles don't actually matter much. There's a reason why I'm saying that, there is a reason why I'm saying that your percentiles don't really hold that much of value. Now, while I'm saying this, I do not mean to say that whatever percentile you may have, it has no impact on your final outcome and all of those things. That I'm not saying that your mock percentiles do not signify anything. It's not like that. Obviously, if you're scoring great percentiles, it does signify a lot of things. I'll be speaking to you about all of that. However, even if you're somebody who's scoring well or somebody who's not scoring well, your mock percentiles cannot always give you a true understanding of what you will do on your CAT day. Therefore, this video is important for you to hear out, because I will be sharing with you some finer nuances of what I'm saying. Why am I saying that your mock percentiles don't matter much? Hi, I'm Darpan Saxena, an MBA graduate from IIM Udaipur, and let's get on with the video. I have worked in the CAT prep industry. I know this for a fact that mocks are a good representation, and all the MBA prep organizations are trying to make their mock tests as close to the CAT. Hence, the mock tests which you attempt now are actually very good. They are actually very close to what the CAT is, and it is also happening now since CAT has started to release its actual answer sheets and all of those things. Hence, we know that what are the questions which are being asked, and hence for the organizations, for all of these coaching institutes, it's now very simple, now much easier to replicate the LOD of the CAT. However, there are three finer nuances. There are three nuances which I want to share with you from my test prep experience of being a product head at CL and also being an aspirant, and also some of the experiences of my friend, why you need not worry a lot about your percentiles. I'll quickly go onto my screen, and this is what I'm talking to you about, that why don't mock percentiles matter. There's a simple 3-point thing which I have to say to you. And at the start of this, when I was speaking to you, I had said to you one thing, that I do agree that your mock percentiles signify something, but you need to know that what exactly do your good or bad mock percentiles exactly signify. Well, these are the three things which your mock percentiles are signifying. They are signifying your knowledge about the subject, and your ability to apply it. So if you're scoring well in your mock tests, say if you're scoring well in your QA, then it shows that okay, your knowledge about the QA is fairly okay, and you can also apply it well. The second thing which it clearly signifies is that your strategy is good, because only the knowledge of concepts and the applications of concepts is not enough. If your speed is not right, or if the strategy in which you attempt the exam, the mindset, the strategy in which you attempt the CAT, if that's not right, then even then you will never be able to score well. Hence, if you're scoring well, then it signifies that you also have been able to find a good strategy for yourself. And the third thing it signifies is your discipline. If you've been scoring well in your CAT mock tests, it is very unlikely, there will only be few such exceptions that who will attempt their very first CAT mock test and they will score a amazing percentile. Very few exceptions out there, probably a few guys out there. But mostly when we attempt our first few mock tests, our percentiles aren't good. And if you are somebody who's scoring a good percentile, then it clearly shows that you have been smart enough to regularly attempt the mocks, and you've had the discipline of not only of attempting the mocks but also analyzing them. And same way, if you're not scoring well, then it could also imply that you are not taking your mock test activities seriously. This is what you need to know about what a mock test signifies, what your performance in a mock test signifies. However, what it does not signify is the exact CAT exam day circumstances, the pressure which you have on your CAT day. You would have watched this World Cup India versus Pakistan match, and Virat Kohli said this one important thing, that this innings of mine was even more special because it was against them. It was against Pakistan. That's what I'm saying. That day of the CAT day is not, it can never be the same as any mock test day. And that's exactly what my point number two is. That is exactly what I'm trying to say, that what your CAT mock is not signifying is your CAT day experience, the pressure, the feelings, the nerves which you have on your CAT day. I mean, I'm sure whenever you are going out to write mock tests, your parents and your friends are not congratulating you or wishing you good luck for your mock tests. No, the environment is not the same as that. However, on the CAT day, everyone is eager to wish you and to say to you that please do well. Even that small thing changes the environment. I will give you a very small example of this. I will give you a very small example of when I was a product head at CL. When I was working at CL in even 2015, when I was also a aspirant, and I was a product executive back then in 2015, then we had tried to, or we had actually executed a all India mock test, and it was in association with this organization which you would know, the TCS Ion. This is the same company which actually conducts the actual CAT as well. And for this all India CAT mock of CL, we had booked all of the actual exam centers of TCS, which are the same centers where your actual CAT will happen as well. So, all over India, the exact places where CAT will happen, we had also booked the same places for our mock tests. The idea was to give a exact feeling of the CAT day, that you will be probably walking in that same exam center and appearing for the entire exam in the same way as it would be on the CAT day. So this was the kind of replication, this was the kind of feeling which we wanted to give to the students, the kind of experience. I am saying, even with this, while it was a great effort, and I remember being at the office, at the head office, till 12, or till, I think, till 1 a.m., trying to finalize this mock and to just upload it on their portal. I know for a fact that even when you go to these kind of lengths to make the students feel that this is the actual day, even then you cannot truly replicate the actual CAT mock test. So what I'm saying to you is that even if all of these things are good, even if you've done all of these things, the pressure which you feel on the CAT day is not the same. And that is what you need to know. It can change fortunes. Now, how does it change the fortunes? That is what my point number three is. The reason why I never want to say to you that, what, your mock percentiles are very important, which they are, but I will never say this to you that, exactly what you're scoring in your mock test, you will score the same on your CAT day. I will never say that to you, because I know that there is enough precedent which I know of my friends, of my student. There is enough precedent which I know wherein a student who was scoring very high in their mock tests did very bad in CAT. And when I'm saying very bad in CAT, they did not even have a qualifying sectional percentile. Whereas I also have had precedent and experience of students and of friends who were not scoring well. However, on the CAT day, they went, they scored extremely well, and they got some of the best calls. I've seen enough of this happen in my last 7 to 8 years. Hence, I know that for me to say to you that your mock percentiles is the actual reflection of your actual score, then that would be wrong. That would be very wrong of me to say that. I will share two quick examples of this. Back in 2015, when I was also a aspirant, I had a friend who was exceptional, and especially he used to attempt a lot of IMS mock tests. and and those days IMS used to also announce the sectional toppers of each this thing section. And he, my friend, always used to be in the top 3 of DILR, always, across India. Now, what happened on the exam day? What happened on the CAT day? That when his final CAT scorecard came, he realized that he had not even scored a 80 percentile in DILR. In the actual CAT day, he had not even scored a 80 percentile, whereas throughout his CAT mock prep days, he was always 99.5 plus in DILR, always one of the 3 toppers of DILR in IMS mocks back in 2015. I have seen enough precedent of this happening. Finally, yes, he cracked the ZAT exam and he went on to XLRI. However, I have seen this happen. Whereas I've also seen examples of students who were very frightened, who were not scoring well. They were scoring in their 60s and 70s in their mock tests. And on the final CAT day, they went on to score a 98 plus percentile and got good B schools. They got good IIMs. They got IMTs of the world, and all of these calls happened for them, and they finally went there as well. So when there is enough precedent, when I know for a fact that when we know for a fact that your mock tests signify only a few things, your mock tests do not simulate the real day exam at all, or the real day, I would say the real day environment. And also when we know that there is enough, more than enough precedent of us seeing, then it is very it is very right to say that your mock percentiles actually don't matter so much. And hence, what my personal advice to you, and this is probably what you need to hear, if you're somebody who has poor mock scores right now, then this is what your story has to be. What you need to say to yourself is that I understand I'm not scoring well. I know that I'm studying fairly hard for this. I think my success story will be this thing, that this guy used to not score so high in the mock tests. However, look, he went on to do so well in the CAT day. So when I used to score very low in my mock tests, this is what I used to say to me, that it's okay. This is a part of my story. I need to take it into my stride. This will be my story, that a guy who was not scoring so high, he went on to score well enough and he cracked somewhere. So just start to take things into your stride, start to accepting it as a part of your story, and then carve out your success story from that launch. That's all I had to say to you in this video. I'll see you soon in another one. Thanks a lot and goodbye.